Hi, my name is Sue. I'm one of the immigration coordinators here at the Office of International Affairs. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can start the CPT workshop. Feel free to let me know at any point if you have any questions. So let's start with what is CPT. CPT stands for Curricular Practical Training. It's defined to be alternative work, study, internship, cooperative education, or any other, type of internship or practicum that's offered by employers. So CPT, one of the important parts is it is known for being an integral part of an established curriculum. And who is eligible for CPT? First, you do have to be an F1 student. You must be enrolled on a full-time basis for at least one full academic year. So that is at least the autumn and spring semester. You do need to be enrolled in a designated internship or independent study course specifically designed for the CPT, and you need to be enrolled in the semester that you're participating in the CPT. We'll go over this later in the workshop, but that'll just be determined by you and your academic advisor. You will need an offer letter. And then if you are a post-candidacy PhD student, we will need additional documentation as well. So we do have a tier system for establishing whether or not you need to know if you need to apply for CPT or not. So the first would be observation or shadowing. So for tier 1, if your internship is primarily, you observing or shadowing a professional in your field of study, and there's basically no hands-on experience where you yourself have to get involved within this experience, CPT is not required. The second would be if the objective of the internship or practicum is for you to have some hands-on experience along with the shadowing. If, around 50% of it is hands-on experience, CPT is strongly recommended and must have authorization in advance for you participating. What I would recommend is if you're not really sure where your CPT falls within tier 1 or tier 2, you should talk to someone within our office just so that we can help you decide whether or not you do need CPT authorization before starting. And then tier 3 is if there absolutely is hands-on experience. So the majority of your internship is based on hands-on training and experience. And especially if it's required by your major, CPT is absolutely required in advance. Again, this really is determined on a case-by-case basis. So if you're really not sure, please feel free to schedule an advising appointment to discuss this with an immigration attorney or immigration coordinator within OIA. So when can CPT be authorized? While school is in session, so that's autumn and spring semester, you can work on CPT as long as you do not exceed 20 hours per week. And then during semester breaks or the annual vacation term, so summer semester, students can work full-time or part-time CPT. So you can work over 20 hours if needed. CPT is authorized on a per semester basis, so you will need to submit a new CPT application for every semester, even if you're working on the same internship. Again, please make sure that you begin your work on CPT only after receiving authorization from our office. And then since CPT is something where it's related to your major, even if it's unpaid or volunteer work in your field of study, you most likely will still need to be approved for CPT. So please be sure to contact our office once you get that offer letter to start the process of applying for CPT. So when can you apply for CPT? At the earliest, we would accept applications 1 semester prior to beginning of the internship period. So right now we'll accept applications during the autumn 22 semester and then also spring 2023. If you have an internship lined up already for the summer semester, that's great, but we'll only start accepting that next semester. And then again, once you have both that offer letter and CPT application completed, please submit it to our office at least 5 business days prior to the CPT start date so that we can make sure that you get that authorization prior to starting work. And then once your CPT application is approved, you'll get authorization from our office and we'll issue you a CPT endorsed I-20, which will have your CPT information on page 2 with the dates to start and end date of your CPT, and you can only begin training after receiving that CPT endorsed I-20, and you're within the dates listed on the I-20 as well. And then just kind of as a general announcement, it is very important, it is of the utmost importance that you keep yourself informed so you do not do anything to inadvertently violate your immigration status. So once you know of that job offer letter, please contact our office. If you know that you're going to be starting that internship soon, please submit this application to us as soon as possible. So to go over the application process, on your end, what you'll need to do is, again, please submit the application to us as soon as possible, at least 5 days in advance. You'll need to submit a completed CPT application form, which is available on our website. And then it will require someone from your department, your academic advisor, to sign, and then to have your job offer letter. So the requirements for your offer letter is that it does need to be on official business letterhead and contain the following. So your job title and job description. The job description has to be specific enough that it shows a direct relationship to your CPT internship and your degree. Next, we will need the exact dates of employment. So we will need the start and end date. As a reminder, CPT is approved on a per semester basis, so we want to make sure that the start and end date of the internship fall within the semester dates. If not, for example, if it's a job that's going to be 6 months, you'll need to have 2 separate CPT applications for one semester and the other semester. Next, we'll need the number of hours of work per week. So that's really mostly making sure that if it's during the academic year, so autumn and spring semester, students can only work up to 20 hours per week. And then if it's during the summer, you can work over that, so you can work full time. Next, we'll need the physical place of employment. So that's street address, zip code, all of that. Please make sure that it is not a PO box. It does need to be the actual address of where you'll be completing that CPT. And then if you're going to be working remotely, what we want on the offer letter is the place of your employer's address, and then something on the letter stating that you will be completing the internship remotely. If you are a post-candidacy doctoral student, which means that you've already, passed your candidacy exam and completed all the necessary coursework for your degree. Since CPT is curricular practical training, in order for us to approve the CPT, we will need a letter from your advisor stating that the CPT is required in order for you to complete your thesis or dissertation. And the letter should explain how that data that you're gaining through that CPT is going to inform your said thesis or dissertation. And then you can always refer to the CPT application if you're in this situation for more information. So once we receive both your CPT application and your offer letter, one of us will review it and then inform you of the decision. If approved, we'll issue you a new I-20 with the CPT authorization on page 2 with the exact dates, employer name, and location. We'll also make sure that you are enrolled in your CPT related course for the entirety of the semester that you're completing the CPT. And yeah, if you have any questions at all, we can have a Q&A right after this, but we also have advising appointments Monday through Friday, 1 through 4 p.m. We also have, I believe, in-person appointments available on Wednesdays. So you can go to that link to schedule an appointment there. And then what I'll do right now is I'll stop sharing and stop recording.